In old school RuneScape, every town, field, cave and dungeon has its own unique music track. Using a map I made with all the tracks written on it, I'm going to make my way through this really boring game, unlocking each one in a completely random order. My name is Turd, and this series you're watching is called One Music Track at a Time. At the end of last episode, I unlocked the track Expanse, which always plays in this square south of Varrock, so that's where we're going to go now. We're going to go explore and shit. I'm just going to chop down this tree to make a canoe, which is what I'm going to have to do anytime I want to go between the two squares that I have unlocked, because I can't walk. After this, I got rid of the thing where I can unlock places that I can only get to via canoe, because I found the canoeing really annoying. This video is the second of 3 videos I made in September, and I'm doing a re-edit now with new commentary because I didn't like those old videos. Just so you know, this all happened in the past. Barely a minute into the video and I already fucked up. The canoe takes you to the chunk with greatness playing in it, not Expanse, but we're going to pretend that didn't happen and just walk one space to the east here. So there's actually loads of stuff to do in this new chunk. I thought it wouldn't be that much because there's only a couple buildings, but it turns out loads of stuff to do, loads of skilling, and also loads of NPCs. So I got a bunch more kills under my belt in this episode, I'm happy to say. So we got some more trees here, so I decided to do more fletching, more fire making, more woodcutting in a bit. There's this wheat field here, so I can get all the wheat I could ever want now, which is amazing, except I can't do anything with it yet, so it's completely pointless. Definitely the scariest thing in this chunk would have to be the dark wizards. Look, they're right outside Varrock and they're terrifying. They will cast spells at you if you get close to them, so I've never been a fan of these guys. They're horrid, so I decided to kill one of them straight away, I guess. It was just on site with these guys, no idea. I can't remember why I was so angry at them, but I just tried killing one straight away. So first I took off my armor because it gives me a negative magic defense bonus, so I would take more damage from magic if I was wearing that. So the best magic armor I have right now is this hat. So I just put that on, went up to one of the level 7 dark wizards and killed him with my axe. Wasn't too much of a challenge. Some of the dark wizards are level 20 though, so they are way stronger. I'm gonna have to kill one of those later on, I think. So that guy went down without much trouble. Then I had this really weird encounter with this other guy who was also there killing dark wizards. So first thing was he said, "What's that?" And I thought, oh, he's asking me what the fuck is wrong with me because I'm dressed like a complete idiot with a battle axe nearly getting killed by the dark wizards. So I said I'm doing a weird Iron Man challenge thing and that's why my gear makes no sense. Then he says, "What's that again?" And I'm like, huh? I just answered, what the fuck are you on about? Then he turns into this little donut and I'm like, what the hell? But by then another dark wizard is attacking me and I'm like, oh shit. So I tried escaping and luckily I managed to get away, but what the guy was doing was trying to lure me into getting killed. He was like, "What's that item on the ground? Don't you want to go get that?" Yeah, he had disguised himself as like this expensive object, so I was like meant to go get that. It didn't work though, I'm too smart for that, but yeah, nice try, you fucker. Anyway, also in this area we've got some level 21 guards. I'm gonna have to kill one of these guys as well, I think. And you can also pickpocket from them, which is nice, but we need level 40 thieving first, so I'm gonna have to do that as well. This fella is Charlie the Tramp and he's got a new quest for us. This one is Shield of Arav quest. Down this alleyway apparently there's the criminal headquarters of the Black Arm gang. So we can go there and talk to Katrine to join, hopefully, but looks like it's just out of reach for now. There's some cute houses here as well that don't really have much purpose, but I like all the unique assets that you can find, the furniture and shit. In the back of this one, you got a cabbage field, so I can now get as many cabbages as I want. Don't really know what I'm going to do with a cabbage. They heal like 1 hit point each, and you can't cook them, but it's something, I guess. Here I am killing a level 1 spider. They said it couldn't be done. And this building here is also used in the Shield of Arav quest, I think. But maybe not yet, I don't know. Over here there's a couple more boring buildings. One of them I can't go inside yet. And there's a level 6 mugger lurking around, so I just chop him up real quick. No problem. And over here there's a spooky chaos altar. That's nice, I guess. Don't have much use for it right now. Finally we've got this nice field, which is very pretty. It has sheep and swans in it and this little lake. Not really sure why I thought this was worth mentioning, but now you know. Anyway, back to the murders. this level 7 farmer didn't give me much trouble. These guys actually have a rare drop that I'm going to need to get later. Not for any particular reason, I just want it. I can also pickpocket these guys, and so I'm going to train my thieving a bit more on these fellas. Only problem with that is they often wander outside of this area, so I need to like keep changing server until I find a server where the farmer is in the right place, which isn't very fun. Now I'm killing a level 5 goblin, and these are actually pretty different from the level 2 goblins you find in Lumbridge, which I never knew about this game. These guys hold spears, and also they have a better drop table, and I wish I had known that at this point because they drop a red cape pretty rarely, and I should have killed a bunch of them until I got the cape, because that would have been sick. But that'll be something for a future episode, I guess. Anyway, managed to get 38 thieving, so that means I can stop pickpocketing the farmers and start pickpocketing the master farmers. Only problem with that is when I actually tried that, the master farmer just beat the shit out of me constantly. No remorse. This guy is just a powerhouse. So I guess I'm going to get 40 thieving on the regular farmers, because this just isn't working. The master farmer does have way better loot. You get loads of good seeds from him instead of just the potato seeds from the regular guy, but it's not working, is it? There is 40 thieving, so oh, whoops. Yeah. I never actually stood in that chunk and just pickpocketed him while he was there, even though it would have been really convenient. I promise I never did it. It didn't happen a single time. Ever. I didn't do it. Anyway, now we can steal from this card, which took a few tries. So there's 3 NPCs I haven't killed yet in this chunk that I'm gonna kill before I move on. But first I decided to do some miscellaneous skilling. Everyone's favourite skill, only bothered getting fletching up to 42 because that's all I need to make a willow shield. And this will be a gear upgrade for me, and it'll be very helpful in the big fight coming up. But it looks like I need 30 defense to wear this slight upgrade, so I guess I'll be training my combat skills now. Oh, and here's how my bank is looking right now. Not really a lot to talk about there, but nicely organised. There we go, I got my attack, strength and defense up to 30. I think that's the highest it's ever been on any account ever. I'm pretty sure I have the strongest RuneScape character in existence right now, because no one's ever gone past 30. Also some skilling I did. I got level 42 fire making just to match my fletching level. Also off camera I got my ranged level up to 12, and that's only using the training arrows the ranged tutor gives you for free. And that is a very slow process because you can only get 25 arrows at a time, so I'm not really going to be using ranged very much yet, because I have no source of arrows that aren't shit. Anyway, these are the bird's nests I got from getting level 50 woodcutting. Don't really know why I recorded footage of this. Here's more unexplainable footage of me. Remember, these videos were recorded like 9 months ago, so I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I got up to 5 crafting for absolutely no reason. I don't know, maybe I thought I was being funny. I'm a fucking idiot. Anyway, that part of the video is now over. We're back in Varrock, and I'm gonna get those last 3 NPC kills that I wanted to get before we can move on. This first one is a level 16 thief. Don't really know what the point of these guys are, they just sort of hang around. They don't drop anything interesting. They're slightly more tough than your average man or woman. But you saw how strong I got, so this guy was absolutely no problem. I just killed him. Down he goes. RIP, big fella. NPC number 2, slightly more tough than the other guy, but also barely worth mentioning. The level 21 guard. I have sped up this footage in editing, so that it is faster. Before I get to the last kill of this episode, I said earlier there was a rare drop I had to get from the farmers, and I did get it off camera. They have a 1 in 64 chance of dropping gardening boots. This item has no stats, it seems to have absolutely no purpose whatsoever, but I did get these just because I could. That's what I like about making this series, is I find out all this stupid trivia about this game that I would never care about otherwise. Anyway, the last thing I've got to kill is obviously the level 20 Dark Wizard. Just as I was getting geared up here, Dr. Jekyll shows up and blesses me with an extra strength potion, which is very nice of him. I could have trained my stats a bit higher for this, obviously, but I decided to be lazy and not train them very high so that there would be more tension and a very real chance of me dying. You know, because I thought that would make the video better. Okay, here's me just going for it. I managed to remember to drink a strength potion, which is nice, so I'm slightly tougher than I would have been otherwise. Pretty standard RuneScape fight, really. Blows are being traded back and forth. He does more damage than the level 6 ones do, surprisingly, but I have loads of food, so I'm eating onions right now. That's a winning strategy, eat onions in the middle of a fight. Something funny happens in a bit here where someone stands on top of the wizard just as I'm trying to click him, and it messes me up. Like, this bold fuck stands right on top of the wizard just as I was clicking him, and I'm like, fuck. That nearly messed me up, but then he dies, but then another one immediately attacks me and I auto-retaliate, so I nearly die because now he's pissed. But just like at the start of the episode, I managed to escape, get over to my little safe spot next to the canoe, and mission successful. We've killed a level 20 Dark Wizard. Here is the graphic of all the NPCs I've killed so far. It's looking pretty crowded already. I had more fun making this graphic than I did playing the game. Here I am, picking the next track to unlock for episode 3. Looks like I really wanted to unlock Garden, judging by the way I'm lovingly running my mouse cursor over it. That makes sense actually, because there's loads of shops. There would be tons of shit I could finally get, like a sword, clothes, runes. Greatness and Still Night both have mines in them, so I could do mining if I went there, that would be alright. Autumn Voyage has a ton of farm animals, cows and chickens, so I could get some helpful supplies there. Dream, Arabian, Yesteryear, these don't really contain that much. Arabian would be nice because it's got Alcarid, and there's a couple things there. Harmony 2, obviously, the fan favourite, everyone wants to see that kitchen cellar again, well, fingers crossed. Okay, let's see what we get. I got Arabian.